In the world of true crime, few stories are as unsettling as that of the backpack killer. What begins as a routine adventure into the great outdoors quickly transforms into a nightmare. Tonight on Nightmare Creek, we unravel the terrifying tale of a killer who preyed on unsuspecting backpackers, turning their dream journeys into their final destinations. Backpacking, a thrilling escape for those seeking freedom and connection with nature. Yet for some, the solitude of the wilderness makes them vulnerable. Between 1990 and 1996, a series of disappearances along Australia's Belanglo State Forest Trail baffled authorities. The victims shared a chilling similarity: they were all travelers carrying backpacks. On September 19, 1992, two runners stumbled upon a concealed body in Belanglo Forest. The next day, another body was discovered just 30 meters away. Two British backpackers, Caroline Clark and Joanne Walters, were found brutally murdered, buried in shallow graves. Joanne had been stabbed 35 times, her spine severed by a single blow, while Caroline had been used as target practice shot 10 times in the head. The discovery sent shockwaves across Australia and beyond. Dubbed the Beast of the Bush, headlines speculated about a killer who may have been responsible for the disappearance of over 20 people in the area over 2 decades. Ivan Milat's 7 confirmed victims were young, adventurous travelers, aged 19 to 22, from Australia, Britain, and Germany. They had all been hitchhiking south of Sydney before vanishing into the unknown. In addition to Clark and Walters, the victims included Deborah Everest and James Gibson, a young Australian couple last seen in 1989, Simone Schmidl, a 21-year-old German woman, and another German couple, Gabor Neugebauer and Anja Habschied. Their bodies were discovered over the course of a year, each revealing a chilling pattern of violence. Simone Schmidl had been stabbed repeatedly. Anja Habschied had been decapitated, her skull never found. Gabor Neugebauer was shot 6 times. The methods were savage, deliberate, and hauntingly personal. Ivan Robert Marco Milat was the 5th of 14 siblings. Growing up in Western Sydney, his life initially appeared unremarkable, but beneath the surface lurked a darker nature. By his teenage years, Milat was known to police for petty crimes, escalating to violent offenses as he aged. Milat worked as a road worker and lived a quiet suburban life, but his past hinted at violent tendencies and a fascination with weapons. An avid hunter and gun enthusiast, Milat knew the dense forest terrain well, a chilling advantage that allowed him to lure and trap his victims with precision. What police uncovered in his home would shock the nation. In 1994, police raided Ivan Milat's home, uncovering a chilling collection of trophies, backpacks, clothing, and camping gear belonging to the victims. Among the most damning evidence were firearms matching the type used in the killings, and personal items stolen from the victims. The walls of Milat's suburban home bore witness to the atrocities committed in the isolation of the forest. Milat's trial in 1996 revealed the horrifying extent of his crimes. In 1990, 3 years before Milat's arrest, British backpacker Paul Onions narrowly escaped becoming one of his victims. Onions had accepted a ride from a man calling himself Bill. When the man pulled a gun and rope, Onions managed to escape and report the incident to police. His testimony would later prove crucial. 6 years after his harrowing ordeal, Onions returned to Australia to identify Milat. In 1996, after an 18-week trial, Ivan Milat was convicted of 7 murders and sentenced to life imprisonment without parole. Despite overwhelming evidence, Milat maintained his innocence, attempting to shift blame to his brothers. Even in his final days, Milat refused to confess to his crimes or provide closure for families still searching for answers. This silence has left lingering questions. Was Milat responsible for other disappearances, and did he act alone? Belanglo Forest remains a symbol of unspeakable horror, its name etched into the collective memory of Australia. Ivan Milat's crimes revealed a darkness that shocked the world, leaving a scar on the psyche of a nation. To this day, Milat is suspected of involvement in other unsolved disappearances, including those of Leanne Goodall, Robin Hickey, and Amanda Robinson, who vanished in the late 1970s. But with his death in 2019, those secrets may never be uncovered. The backpack killer's story is a dark chapter in true crime history, a haunting reminder that evil often hides in plain sight. What do you think drives someone to commit such horrific acts? Let us know in the comments below. And as always, stay safe, stay vigilant, and join us next time on Nightmare Creek for more chilling tales of the unexplained.